Fake! I am now a grandpa. No, I don't have grandchildren. Grandpa meaning that when it comes to like social events, I avoid like mosh pits, raves, the crowd. It really is the crowd and like vibing out and stuff like that. I like to stand in the back and watch people party and listen to music and enjoy life without being under the influence of a lot of stuff. And now that's how I enjoy like concerts and social events now. It's not me under the influence, but more me like watching people get drunk and like smash each other in the face in mosh pits, and it's just crazy. I enjoy that one. I like it's funny. It's entertaining to me. What it was is I got sick of people sweating all over you. I don't feel like the feeling of sweat and humidity. So yeah, it's gross. Fact number 9. If you guys are on Instagram, you've probably seen a lot of pictures of me asleep in random places, all over the place. This is odd places because of my crazy lifestyle that I went through, pulling 24 hours, 60 hours of non-sleep and taking Adderall and stuff like that. My body kind of catered to just taking quick naps. So what happens is that if I sit down somewhere, and even if I got a full like day, like 8 hours of sleep or whatever, I sit down and I just like, if I zone out, I just knock out instantly. And I fell asleep on a lot of my friends before, and it's really sad. And I don't mean to. I think it's a bad habit now, I guess. But the weird thing is that when I fall asleep, I sleep with my eyes open, and it's freaking creepy. So people take pictures of that and post it on Instagram, and I think it's hilarious now. It's fact number 10. That's not 5, that's 5. Fact number 10. I was really into photography, and I still am today. I picked up photography because of my father, and photography was his hobby. Since I was like 7, I started messing around with his old cameras. And since then, I kind of developed an interest in photography, and I took pictures my whole life. I like photography because I was really interested in capturing candid moments, people's emotions and stuff like that. And I also like taking pictures of random objects and interesting angles. Like, I like to put the camera, my thing is that I like to put cameras in places where people would never expect to see a camera, or like expect to see some like a placement of where the camera would be. It'd be interesting angle where like, oh, I never saw it in that perspective. So that's kind of my thing. It's just interesting angles. Fact number 11. I grew up listening to rock music, and my father was really into rock music. Same with my mom. She was really into like slow rock music. My first album was the Weezer album, the Blue album, and my father bought that for me when I was 5, I believe. 5 and a half, between 5 and 6. And I listened to the Weezer ever since. Now they sound kind of weird now, but I'm still a supporter of them. Now I'm very diverse in my music. I still listen to rock. I randomly got back into listening to like early 2000 rock bands or underground alternative rock bands. But still today I listen to Kanye a lot. Kanye was like my college music. K-Day here in LA. You have the old school hip hop stations, all the artists on there. And a little EDM here. I can't really get into EDM that much, but I do like the melodies and stuff they do. It's kind of cool. Repetitive, but it's catchy. Fact number 12, I got into film when I was 7 or 6 because of photography and watching movies with my family. And I watch movies, like I enjoy the movies, I enjoy the concept. I was interested in, well, how do they capture moving pictures? It's so cool. You know, and then later on, my dad kind of explained to me all this stuff, and that introduced me to more camera stuff and more gear, and that it requires more than just one guy behind the camera and stuff like that. And oh, that's awesome! You work in a team. So ever since then, ever since I was little, I was really into film because of that reason, and now I'm in the film industry. The first film that captured me the most was probably Star Wars. It's either Star Wars: The Last Mohican. One of those. Was it that? Yeah, it was that. It was pretty much Star Wars. I'll say Star Wars because I was thinking, oh, were those spaceships real? At that time, you were like 5 or 6, whatever. You never knew, kind of like, oh, there's real spaceships. So you asked all these questions. But no, I learned, and my dad or my mom would explain to me. They used these little models, and they actually filmed it, and then they blew it up in the computers and stuff. And I learned about the computers. That leads on to other stuff. But anyways, that captured me. Like, oh, you can do all this crazy stuff with the camera and little toys. Fact number 13, since I'm in film now, I respect a lot of one takes. And it's not one takes where you just put a camera on a tripod and you sit there on a person for like 3 minutes or more. My one takes are more of the planning a crazy shot where the camera follows the actors and actresses and avoids the lights and the crew members, and they're incohesive by planning all these crazy angles out. And from there, I was like, oh, I give props to all the crew members and all the people that worked on that film set to capture this 3 minutes or more of this like crazy moment in action. So one takes, and there's tons of one takes out there. Fact number 14, I've really wanted to open a restaurant. Actually, I wanted to open a restaurant when I was younger, before high school, like in high school. But I never knew anyone that was really like down to open a restaurant besides my family, because I grew up in a family who owns restaurants and stuff like that. And I told myself, well, I want to do film, but I also want to own a restaurant one day, or like run a restaurant, or run a restaurant with friends. Who knows? Today I know a lot of people in the film industry and people that are interested in film but also want to open their own restaurant. It's pretty cool. Maybe there's a collabo one day, I don't know. So the restaurant that I want to open is pretty much a very simplistic restaurant. 5 dishes and 5 beverages, and that's it. Nothing more. Small restaurant, maybe the size of, I don't know, this is my living room here, but can't really see it. Anyways, it's catered to like college students and high school students, young professional, stuff like that. So yeah, a very social place too. So modern, contemporary look. It's fusion here and there. Not too crazy fusion where the flavors are out of the wall, but very simplistic fusion food. I can't really explain it to you. I can't explain my taste buds, I'm sorry. Fact number 15, I was a professional video game competitor in high school, and I played to make money. And I was part of a Call of Duty league when it first came out. So I think I was younger then. I was probably in middle school when I started playing. So it was Call of Duty 1, 2, and that's the World War II franchise, and then Modern Warfare, the first one. And those are the 3 games I competitively competed in, and you know, played states, nationals here and there, and I got to meet the members that I've made friends with over online. And we played together, and from there, we made money, stuff like that. I have posters of myself somewhere. My mom kept them. It's really weird. But that's when gaming industry was slowly kind of building up, and apparently gaming became sport when it first came like that. So MOG, that stuff. So it became a sport in a way. It's kind of weird. I don't think it sounds a sport, but mental thinking, critical thinking stuff is just crazy. Gaming can be a positive thing, people. Even though it's violent and stuff like that, you take it the right way, you learn a lot of stuff from it. Fact number 16, I used to get sick a lot growing up, and that's from, I don't know, a baby till I was like halfway through high school, in a way. And it consists of like heavy flus, heavy colds, a lot of weird shakings here and there, and like I would shake a lot, breathing conditions, weird shit, and a lot of crazy headaches and visuals and hallucinations. But now I don't feel anything anymore. It's pretty good actually. I don't get sick anymore. I'm pretty immune to a lot of stuff. Besides, never mind, I'm not gonna list that. Garlic. Fact number 17, I'm a huge car enthusiast. Not as crazy as other people would say, but I grew up loving cars as well. And I guess growing up, I loved tapping into a lot of things like Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels led me to cars and stuff like that. But